Okay, morning guys. It's morning where I'm at. It's 9:15, about 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Northwest as usual. And today is Saturday, the 7th day of the week. Yes, it's the 7th day of the week, the day of the when the Shabbat ends today, and it ends when the sun goes down, which is a day of rest, not to buy, sell, do anything else, not even to have intercourse on the Sabbath, but it's a day of rest and to worship. And so that's what we do today. So I decided to just get out and walk in the park, enjoy myself. The fall colors as usual. So what I want to talk today about is it's time to get out. It's another warning I'm giving you. It's to get out, right? So before I begin, pray that the Most High gives you wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and that He protects you, bless you in these times, because we know it's coming to an end. Most of us knows. We are on a lot of us are different levels. We all talk about different things from the Most High. Some channels you can follow is, there's a channel called Truth Unedited. Thoughts, Camera, Action. They all provide different messages. They have a different gift that they're sharing with people. Rap News, Wake Up Africa. Those are some of the channels I follow. But anyhow, my message is different from everyone else. We all have different gifts to share. So, like I said, I'm always going to speak truth. Beautiful colors behind me, and whether you like it or not, I'm speaking truth. It's up to you to take time to understand, do some research, think about what I'm telling you, read the scriptures and understand it. Okay. So let's begin now with this. As always, my video is not always about one thing. It's about many different things that's in my mind and my thoughts that I need to share with you. And one of the things I want to tell you is, do not be afraid of the truth. So what do I mean by that? Many things that people are telling us, we don't want to hear it because we have been so indoctrinated to believe a certain things. Right? When I was perfect example, and I'll be honest, when I was going to church, I thought Jesus Christ was white until someone, I think he was, started telling me that everybody was black, and I didn't want to believe it because we believe in so much indoctrination. But when you start reading the scripture and understand who the people of Yasharel are, you'll understand, and what the Messiah looks like, you'll understand he is black. Now, it doesn't matter what color he is. What matters is the truth, right? And the truth has to align to what's going on in the world. Correct? And so when I start reading the scripture and understand it, when you're afraid of something and somebody's telling you something when you don't want to hear it, the person who's telling you something, and let's see how best I can explain this to you. Yeah, the person who's telling you something you don't want to hear, but like your ruach or your spirit is telling you, but it's basically what they're doing is confirming something with you, but you just don't want to hear it. And we ignore that. And how can I say it? So that's what I mean. Do not be afraid of the truth if I'm telling you something. If you program in your mind to believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of Man and Christianity is the religion of the world, well, you go ahead and believe that. If that's what you want to believe, you believe that. If you don't want to take time and research and understand the scripture and really understand what the Europeans did with people, with the slaves and so forth, and understand how they twisted everything, and if you line up with the scripture and understand what the scripture tell you that they're going to preach a different gospel, and there's going to be many false prophets, and then scripture tells you that there's one that came in another's name. They're talking about Jesus. They're talking about a different gospel. Now I read the scriptures, and what I'm starting to learn, I also learned that they've changed a lot of the scriptures, right? And I don't believe that the Son of Man has come yet. According to the book of Baruch, the book of Baruch says that the day that he reserved two great monsters, which is one on the earth, one under the ocean, and he says when those monsters are revealed, then the Son of Man be revealed. Now I could be wrong, but correct me, Most High, if I'm wrong, but I don't believe. If you look at the story of the Jesus story, look at all the other pagan gods out there that they call gods. The story of Horus, the story of Isis, the story of the god Krishna, they all have the same story, born of a Virgin Mary, have 12 disciples or 12 followers and so forth. So that's why I believe that's where they changed the scriptures of the true HaMashiach. So it's one thing I want to bring about. I keep telling you guys, I don't pray to G-O-D or G-O-D-S. All religion pray to G-O-D-S. I pray to the Most High, right? Who has a Hebrew name, right? So what I mean by getting out. So don't be afraid of the truth. There's nothing wrong with that, I believe that the gospel has been changed a lot and lied to us. We may not have all the truth of it, but some of it is when you read from the other books that they have removed, it's a lot of things don't add up. What else I want to talk about? What do I mean by getting out now? Sorry, I keep jumping back and forth. Get out of the system, people. Stop throwing away your money. Get out of the system while you can right now, because this system is designed for you to live in fear. And what I mean by throwing away your money, think about this. This goes towards man or woman. A woman goes and pays a manicurist to do her nails, paint it, whatever, so forth, and probably pay the manicurist $40-50. When you could do it on your own for way less than $50, probably like $10 for nail polish, whatever. I'm just giving you an example. People pay people to cut their lawns, and do all these other things, and you're getting caught up in the system and telling you they need this, and you're taking your pets to babysitters, who watch over your pets, taking it to these vets, telling you, okay, it's time for your yearly dog checkup or whatever. Think about this, how you're throwing away your money. Things that you can do for yourself, you don't do it, you're throwing your money. And this system is designed in so many ways for you to give your money over to them, right? And why does your dog need a checkup every month or every 6 months? A dog knows what to eat and what not to eat, right? So why does your dog need a checkup every month and so forth, right? Ooh. Of course, speaking of dogs, there's 2 dogs right here next to me. So, how you doing?
Oh, there's even the white geese out there.
Yeah. Anyways, I got interrupted by dogs. Speaking of dogs, it's funny. So When I mean by getting, it's time to get up because we've been throwing away money for years and years into the system, and everything that we were made to do. Look at coconuts. You know, in my island we planted coconut tree. We pick coconuts over here now. Coconuts, they're selling it for $4. You buy coconut water, it's almost $4. You know what I mean? And getting out of the system is many things. We have to pay to live in this world, and it's sad. We had to pay for everything, and everything that we could, like, everything that we could do ourselves, we're paying other people to do it, and giving our money away. Even washing our own cars. We go to car wash to wash our own cars when we can do it at home. When we can get a bucket of water and wash our own car and clean our own cars and save that money, right? To go wash a car now, the simplest car was like a simple wash, $8, or $10 or something. Depends what state you're in, things like that. Get your kids, get out of this. Oh man, I could explain this in so many ways, but basically I'm trying to tell you is get out of this world. So think about things. Look at sports, for example. People pay lots of money to go watch people just fight each other or whatever type of sports you're in. Hundreds of dollars just to sit in the front seat. That's ridiculous. Whether you like basketball, football, you're paying people who like to play games, and you're paying them money, and you're just throwing away your money to these people, and they're taking your money. All these are systems. They put all these entertainment in place to simply distract you, to indoctrinate you, to be followers of these idols and these people, and to spend your money. And you do it, and you follow them, and you buy their clothing, their T-shirts, and so forth. Let me tell you something. This system that we're in, when I mean by system, the Babylon system, is designed for us to be a slave to them. You're being a slave to their system, and we don't do the things that we need to do anymore. Buying a house. Think about this. Listen very carefully. You go to the bank, and you tell the bank, "Hey, I want to buy this house. It's $300,000, right?" You go to the bank says, "Okay, let me pull up your credit." What the hell is a credit? The credit basically, you know what I mean? The credit is basically, oh, how well you pay your bills, blah, 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 blah. So the bank says, "Okay, you're approved for $400,000 with a 7% interest rate based on your credit." And so then the bank asks you, "How much do you want to put down?" And you tell the bank, "Well, I want to put down $20,000. So, okay, the bank said $20,000, and you have to so we'll finance this house. Let's say you're buying a $400,000 house, you put down $20,000. Let me calculate my math. So you're financing a house now for $380,000 a year with a 7% interest rate, right? So what did the bank give you? They didn't give you anything physically in your bank. They just say that, okay, they work with a finance company. See how the system ties in? They're working with this finance company, everybody's tying together, and they give you a home, and you're happy. You got a home. You got a 4-bedroom home, whatever, the house of your so-called dreams that you want. Now you have to make a mortgage payment. Well, let's say your mortgage payment is $2,500 a month with interest, blah, blah, blah. With the house, you have to have insurance. You got to have different type of insurance. Depends on what state you live in. If you live in the state of Florida, you got to have hurricane insurance, and And then you don't want to mow your lawn. You got to pay to mow your lawn and so forth. And you're confined to what you can do in your home or anything like that. And so you're making your monthly payment, your monthly insurance payment, blah, 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 to the bank, whatever. Now, you have a job, and you're making your payments fine and dandy, and then all of a sudden, let's say, for example, you lose your job, 2 or 3 months pass by, you cannot pay your house payment. Guess what? The bank takes your house, and everything you put into that house, you lose. Some of you may have faced this situation before, but think about it, the same thing with a car and so forth, making payments and getting out of the system. Meaning, look, we weren't designed. Listen to me. We weren't designed to live like this. We're living in a system. And people have a house. Oh, I'm not satisfied. So I want a bigger home. I want to live in this nice neighborhood. They sell you all these things so you can think that you're special, that you live in a nice neighborhood and you have a big home. But instead, you're living in debt. You're a slave to them. And that's why they keep advertising this new iPhone or new phones and stuff. Let me get this new phone. And we'll take your payment. We'll buy over your new phone. Blah 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 blah. Every 2 years, you can renew your phone. All these things are systematically designed for us to be enslaved. Now, some of you may like or may not like what I said and ask me if I care. And the answer is no, I don't. I'm just here to share you information. If you want to wake up, wake up. Look at the world that we're living in. Think about it. What's the purpose of having a nice home, especially in this big city? And we live like alienated from each other. I live in a very city, and people don't smile, don't talk. Everybody's isolated from each other, and that's all these things about the system. Because the system telling you have this it's all about yourself. There's no communion with anybody anymore. The system have made them so afraid of to make them afraid and make them afraid of each other, and not to trust people, but to trust them, to trust their system. Oh, you made it because you have a house and you have a big job and so forth, but you're a slave. You're working to prove nothing, because the more you enslave them, the more that they indoctrinate you, and the more they're taking money from you. That's why they put these nice homes in these nice neighborhoods. Over here in Washington, I'm not going to say the city, but in certain area, if you go and you live in the city downtown area, a 900 square foot apartment is like $2,000, $2,500, and for what? 900 square foot to have what? So you could be around nice shops and all that stuff, and that's the attraction. Fuck that. I'm sorry, but fuck that. There's a time that people need to awaken and get out of this stuff. That's what I mean. Get out of this Babylon system. You're being enslaved before it's too late. Get your kids out of the school system. I'm telling you, because they indoctrinating your kids to be in a different way. You hear about this new thing called metaverse. They're putting your kids. They're programming you to go into a different type of virtual world. They've been showing you that through movies and so forth, and we're not paying attention. We need to put money in our pocket. If you have the chance now, whether you want to sell your home and go buy a 1 acre land and build your own property, so you're not enslaved to nobody, if you want to, or stay in your big home in your nice neighborhood that you want to impress people, car payments and so forth, and be enslaved and keep giving away your money. We are designed to live on our own, to do things on our own, have our own home, have our own land, grow our own fruits and so forth. Everything is in the system. Fruits, groceries, everything. We're giving away our money. They keep taking our money. They keep taking their money. Anything that they can find a way to make money off, they're doing it. Anyway, and we keep surrendering. We need to stop surrender. We need to get out of the system, people. And hopefully you're listening. Hopefully you get what I'm trying to tell you, and so forth. But the main purpose of my video today is to get out, to think about what's going on in the world, to get out, because they are indoctrinating people with their music, with all these social media, all these movies. Look at all the TV shows and movies now. It's devilish, dude. You think Tyler Perry, let's take an example for Tyler Perry, who a lot of black people follow. That's still Hollywood. You think Tyler Perry owns his own studio? No, there's somebody is above him. This is a disguise of Hollywood. And so these black people follow in Tyler Perry thinking he's for them and so forth. Oprah, also there's somebody higher than her that's in the power. And they're not leading you to the Most High. They don't worship the Most High. They worship God or Gods. Trust me. And I'm not here to talk about the Travis Scott incident, but that's just a perfect example of what people are going to. You know, they went to this concert, and look what happened. You know, look what happened at that concert. You know, they get you. That's why they build all these things so they get you in these places and where the demonic things get you captured and mesmerized. That's why they created Disney. They create these entertainments to lead you away from the Most High. I'm telling you, that's what they do. They create all these entertainments. Music is from the devil, people. And a lot of these singers, they worship the devil. They don't worship the Most High. Trust me. Music is satanic, you know. Now, with that said, I just wanted to give you some few examples. I'm just trying to warn you to get out of the system, get out of the Bible system. Take time, basically take time and think about what's going on. Think about where you really are. Think about the system, how everything is money, and everything they're charging you for. But a lot of things you can do for yourself. With that said, that's Truth Awakening.